We would like everybody to head into the sanctuary. Everybody keep your baskets with you. You bring them up during the service. Chag Sameach. Let's try that again. Chag Sameach. I know we've had to learn all sorts of different greetings for the different holidays. For Sukkot, it's Chag Sameach. So turn to the person sitting next to you and say Chag Sameach. Now, during the holidays, I know we've had lots of services and people have spent a lot of time in the sanctuary. This is a brief service, but a beautiful service. And we're so grateful to Michael Serber and to Rita Lusky who provide this beautiful music. And we can imagine in our imaginations, right? That's where we imagine, in our imaginations. We can imagine being in the days of the temple when people did what it said in the Torah, when you needed to bring an offering to the temple, to the Kohanim, of various different things throughout the year. We can imagine the pageantry of it, the music and the trumpet. And so we're so grateful to have the music so we can think of ourselves back in those days. Let's turn in our prayer book, the one that says weekdays and festivals along the binding. Weekdays and festivals to page 125.
When you find your way to page 125, we're going to read together. There's a special reading that we say on Sukkot. It's in the middle of the page. Let's all read together. Tonight, let our shelters be strung with the finest fruits of creation, love, fertility, prosperity, wisdom. Let us promise to feed the hungry. Let our harvest bring peace, which we know that all of our harvest that we're bringing will bring peace and be feeding the hungry. So we're going to begin our service with the Baruch Hu. You can turn in our prayer books to page 130 and rise.
Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever. Let's turn to page 133. We have another special reading that we say only on Sukkot that relates to creation, thanking God for all acts of creation, both in nature and also in time. So let's read together the bottom of the page. The colors of early evening sky blend and deepen, allowing new lights to be seen, twinkling through the branches, the promise that in darkness new light will be revealed. We'll turn ahead to page 136 for Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. We're going to turn ahead to page 219. We have another prayer that we're going to read together. This one is a responsive reading. And this is another special prayer that we have for this season in the year. Let's be seated. Let standing corn grow ripe as dewdrops bring their blessings. Food for the hungry, healing for the sick.
Let the bare vines be draped with grape blossoms, and the heavens yield their dew.
Let oasis drip from plenty, and hills be draped in gladness, dressed with flowers in the colors of spring.
Singing your great goodness as the heavens yield their dew.
Let the trees God made be fed on valley and hill, the granaries be filled with grain, the vats with wine and oil.
Let every village be joyous and safe as the heavens yield their dew.
Let those who spend themselves in the study of our faith shine bright as stars.
You feed the hungry soul, the dry and empty heart, and fill it with delight as the heavens yield their dew.
Send your sweet breeze to renew our life, restore to its ancient glory the land of our heritage.
You who are good to all, let the time of redemption come and renew our life.
Our God and God of our ancestors, as dew descends,
let light illumine the earth. Let blessing restore the earth. Let joy and gladness abound on the earth. Let song resound on the earth. And with goodness and sustenance deliver us on earth. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim. So now, I said before that we were going to, with this music, be taken back to the days of the Torah and imagine ourselves being called upon to bring our fruits and vegetables to the Kohanim, to the temple priests. And so before we do that, we're actually going to hear the couple verses of the Torah that tell us that we should do that. So we're going to stand up, and if you want to follow along in the prayer book, we're going to be on page 233 as we sing Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'olam Omein. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'olam Omein. You can have a seat. It has been our tradition when we gather for this service that instead of doing the Torah blessings together, we sing La'asok b'divrei Torah. Everybody repeat those words one at a time. La'asok b'divrei Torah. There are lots of people here who come to Torah study, and they know those words really well because that's the blessing that we say before we study Torah. And we're going to kind of study Torah a little bit just as we read these verses, and we're told that we should bring our fruits and vegetables. So it means to immerse yourselves in the study of Torah. La'asok b'divrei Torah. La'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. La'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. I stopped singing too soon, apparently. So we have just 3 verses here in the middle of the book of Exodus, which is all about, this particular passage is all about the festivals. Now, festival to us today we might think like a carnival. Festival in the biblical world was going to Jerusalem and making a pilgrimage, going up to the temple and offering a sacrifice, or in this case, fruits. So when we said before that the greeting for this holiday was Chag Sameach, that's because Chag means festival, and there are 3 of those during the year. Sukkot, this is one of them. Passover, Pesach, Sukkot, Pesach, and Shavuot. Those are the 3 big ones. In fact, they were known as the Shalosh Regalim, which means the 3 feet. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Why would we call the 3 most important holidays the 3 feet? Can anybody imagine? Because on those holidays we use our feet and we go to Jerusalem. So they're pilgrimage festivals, so we say the 3 feet. Here's what it says in the Torah. V'lo yera'u fanai rekam, and do not present yourself before me empty-handed, rekam. Sheshet yamim ta'avod, 6 days you shall work. Uvayom hashvi'i, and on the 7th day, tishbot becharish uvekatzir tishbot. On that 7th day you shall cease from your work, even during the gathering of the grain or the wheat harvest you should rest from your work. V'chag Shavuot, and on the festival of Shavuot, ta'asel lecha bikori katzir chitim, you will gather in the first of the fruits of the wheat harvest. V'chag ha'asif tikufat hashana, and you will observe the ingathering of the harvest at the turning of the year. That's what this is. Chag Sukkot is also known as Chag ha'asif. Tikufat hashana. Shalosh pe'amim, there's that word shalosh again. Shalosh pe'amim b'shana, 3 times during the year. Yera'eh kol zechorcha, all of the men among you, today we would say women too, all of the men among you shall appear et pnei ha'adon, in the face of the Lord Adonai Elohei Yisrael, the God of Yisrael, the God of Israel. And that's what we're doing. We are appearing with these first fruits from the gathering of the harvest. Baruch ti. Everybody stand up. Asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Okay. Now, we're going to hear that beautiful trumpet music, and we're going to imagine that we're being called to bring our baskets of fruit up to the Kohanim, up to the temple or the tent of meeting in the desert. And as you come, you can place them here so that we can see the bounty together. And when you're done, we will offer a blessing over everybody. So let's listen to the music, and then row by row, you can bring up your baskets. Now, before you sit down, and you can sit in just a moment, but before you do, while Rabbi Crimmings and I are not Kohanim, we are not the temple priests, one of the roles that rabbis play today is to keep the words of the temple priests alive, because they were the ones who offered blessings on the people of Israel. And so we are going to offer you the priestly blessing, which is what would have been given to you when you brought your first fruits and vegetables to the temple in ancient days. And so we join together in blessing over all of you. We're going to raise our hands up like this and say,
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May you know God's blessings of peace, happiness, joy, and health today and every day as together we all say, Amen. Okay, now you can sit.
Many of you know that we have a wonderful tradition on Sukkot, which involves shaking the lulav and etrog, which I'm going to hold up right now. I'm going to share one teaching about the lulav and etrog that we actually studied in our adult Talmud study class a few weeks ago. And that teaching is that in Tractate Sukkah, it says, Lulav hagazul v'hayavesh pasul, which means a stolen lulav or a dry lulav is forbidden for use. So we studied and decided, what does that mean, a stolen lulav? And the question came up, whether or not, the rabbis teach us that a stolen lulav includes a borrowed lulav, which therefore would suggest that everybody needs to own their own lulav. So one of the questions that came up in the class was whether or not a lulav that belongs to a synagogue, to a congregation, is considered to be belonging to everyone who's part of that community, or if everyone within the community needs to actually have their own individual lulav. So I didn't know the answer at the time, but then I looked it up and I found it. So I'm sharing here with those who were there and also those of you who were not, that a lulav and etrog that belongs to a synagogue is allowed by those who are part of that community. So we all collectively own this lulav and etrog, and it is allowed for us to use this one and the one that's out in our sukkah, that each of you do not need to have your own individual one because we're all part of the Bet Shalom community. So I thought I would share that teaching and maybe invite you also to, if you're interested in this kind of thing, you can come and join us for Talmud study sometime. So before we shake the lulav, we're going to say the blessing, which is on page 307. So why don't we read together in English where it says deliver, and then we'll do the rest in Hebrew. Let's read together. Deliver and bless your very own people and tend them and sustain them forever. Rejoice in your festival, and you shall have nothing but joy. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al nitilat lulav. And we'll say the next blessing as well, because this is the first day. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehachayanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. So we wave the lulav in all directions, symbolizing that God is everywhere. You'll get a chance to do this outside in our sukkah, or if you want to do it in the sanctuary, you can do that as well.
That's right. Let's turn back in our prayer books to page 294 so that we can sing together Hodu Ladonai Ki Tov. Hodu Ladonai Ki Tov, Ki Leolam Chasto. Ki leolam chasto, Yomruna Beit Aharon. Ki leolam chasto, Yomruna Yir Adonai. Ki leolam chasto. was going to sing Hodu again there. That's okay. Got me excited about it. Let's turn in our prayer book to page 323 for Aleinu as we begin to conclude our service. Please rise. 323. We're going to do an English version here with a little bit of call and response. So I'm going to sing a little and you can sing it back in the middle of page 323. Let us adore.
Let us adore
The ever-living God,
the ever-living God,
and render praise,
and render praise
unto you,
unto you,
who spreads out the heavens,
who spreads out the heavens,
and established the earth,
and established the earth,
whose glory
whose glory
is revealed in the heavens above,
is revealed in the heavens above,
and whose greatness
and whose greatness
is manifest throughout the world.
is manifest
You are our God, there is none else. Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Okay, and now we're going to turn to page 334. We're going to say Mourner's Kaddish together, and we're going to remember Amy Kahn, who was the sister of our member Stacy Kahn, who passed away earlier in the week, and also mention Seth Friedel, who grew up at our synagogue, whose funeral is going to be this Friday, just a couple of days from now. If there are others whom you're remembering for Kaddish Yatom, for Shloshim, who have passed away in recent days, or whose yahrzeit is today, I invite you to say their names. We also think of those who perished in the Holocaust, many of whom only have us to say Kaddish for them today. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing as we join together. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah b'yalma divrach yirateh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael b'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam omei omaya yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitfromam v'yitnaseh Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmei, Dikudisha, Barichu, Le'elam, Minko, Birchata, Vashirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Damiran, Be'alma, Ve'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, Ve'chaim, Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. As Rabbi Krimming said before, we have a lulav and an etrog set up in our sukkah, which is right outside the front door of the synagogue. About 15 people helped to put it together on Sunday so that it could be here ready for you guys to celebrate Sukkot. And so it's there. There are blessings out there on cards so that you can say them when you do the lulav and etrog. You can also, of course, do it right here in the sanctuary. And I just want everybody to take a look at these baskets of fruits and vegetables. Rabbi Cohn used to always say at this service that it wasn't just the Jewish people who love Sukkot, because there are probably lots of non-Jewish people in the area who love Sukkot because of all the fresh vegetables and fruit that make it to their tables because of your generosity. So thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for celebrating Sukkot, and thank you for bringing your gaily decorated baskets of fruits and vegetables. We're going to hear some more music and have a bite to eat in the social hall. And remember those words that we say? Chag Sameach.
pleasure, absolutely.
Great having you. I love the Emma, my ninth grader, said, "Oh, good, the trumpet's here." Oh, great.